I have arrived in the town of Phycaon with the sole purpose of attempting to earn a few extra coin in our efforts to defeat the Northern Imperium, who have obviously just declared war against us. So, it's about time I probably speak to this guy. I don't know who he is or what his name is, but we're going to be purchasing his workshop, or his master's workshop, shall we say. And it's gonna cost me a pretty penny, isn't it? Look at that. He says the price is gonna be 13,000. That is very, very dear to me. But my family back home could definitely use a little bit of extra money to buy some much needed foodstuffs and supplies. In my journeys through Northern Imperium lands, it happens just so that I have encountered the leader, the liege, the ruler of the Northern Imperium himself. And it also seems like some of our allies are already engaged in battle with him, and so it's only natural that we prey upon the weakened liege. Hello and welcome back to our playthrough of Eagle Rising, and yes, so a number of people very much enjoyed the small little RP roleplay little segment in the beginning of the previous episode, so hey, you know what, I'm gonna try and see if I can maybe extend the duration of those that happen. I don't know whether it's going to be in every single episode because I'm still very, shall we say, very amateurish, novice, very new to it. So, you know, hopefully you'll forgive me for some of the foibles that I might make. And it's a little bit difficult to do it in a game like this, considering there are various states of the character. So, for example, you know, obviously when you're on the world map, it is a little tricky to make it work in a believable fashion. Because obviously I'm not inside the character, you know, I'm not like this. And I'm not right there, you know, third person, you know, right in front of the guy or anything like that. So obviously the immersion is going to be a little bit different in that aspect. So hopefully you'll understand that, and I'm sure you will, because there are a number of very, very kind people out there, and I very much appreciate your understanding. And we are now engaged in battle with Lucon, as you no doubt heard from Borgar in the introduction. He was talking about the ruler of the Northern Imperium being very close by to us and currently engaged in battle with some of our allies, which is actually fantastic. I'm going to tell my forces to charge in. We do outnumber him as well, and outnumbering him is obviously going to make a pretty significant difference to our chances of success. Now, if I could just murder this guy... Oh, nice. That was a good hit. You know, it's very surprising to me that we are literally doing a thrusting attack, but I'm doing cutting damage. But obviously this is literally a cutting only weapon. I mean, generally it's a... I mean, I say cutting only, and that gives the wrong impression. But I say cutting in the way that it only does cutting damage from a gameplay standpoint. Because obviously if you were to do a thrusting attack with a normal weapon that isn't part of Eagle Rising or anything like that, then you're going to get piercing damage from that most of the time. Whereas with this, you're always going to get cutting damage no matter what, basically, which is, in my opinion, perfectly fine. I don't see a problem with it, because we seem to be doing some pretty insane amount of damage with it, so I should be... Yeah, I mean, look at that damage right there. 150 damage to that guy in the chest as well, which I assume was the most heavily guarded of his armaments. So I'm very, very pleased that this weapon is still doing the work that it needs to do, and amusingly enough, that's actually something I wanted to touch upon as well. The weapon that we're using, it feels to me like this is the most powerful weapon in the game so far. Am I correct in actually thinking that? Because it seems to me like whenever I'm looking at some other weapon, even if it is a weapon from the same class, it just seems so much better in almost every aspect, which is very weird. I really don't know why that would be, considering this is the starter weapon. This is literally the starter weapon that every single person that you know, selected the same character creation options that I did is going to get, which makes things really quite amusing, because that means that I am literally running around with a weapon that I think looks to be extremely powerful. But as I said in the previous episode, I have this Themyscene Steel Gladius, which by all intents and purposes should be better because it is a higher tier of weapon. I mean, maybe the rusty part of it actually does have a significant impact on it. I actually don't know about that. So anyway, we have now taken Lucon prisoner. Not me specifically, unfortunately, but one of our friends has taken him prisoner. I'm actually going to take a quick look. Okay, so it seems like Ira has taken him prisoner. So I'm actually going to... You know what I'm going to do? Shall we try to marry her? I mean, it might make sense. Does she already have... I don't think she already has a husband. She has very bad traits, but she has some great combat stats and everything. I don't think she has a husband, so... Okay. I actually had no idea about this. Apparently, she is Regea's daughter, and I had no idea that that was the case. Okay, that's going to be kind of interesting. I guess, yeah, why not? Let's do it. I wish to profess myself your most ardent admirer. I wish to offer my hand in marriage. Oh, wow, that's savage. That's a savage rejection if ever I saw one. I think you would need to rise considerably in the world before I could consider such a thing, she says. Yes, how wonderful. Thank you very much. Oh, no, actually, she's actually saying yes to that. Oh, okay, that's kind of weird. I thought that was a rejection. That sounded like a rejection to me. Okay, so we have 100% chances across the board. I'm not entirely sure why that's even a thing, because generally I don't have a lot in charm skill at the moment, but I am apparently able to very easily and quickly get past the first conversation at the very least. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go and hopefully, yep, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to transfer Lucon over to my over to my side here, and I can pay 11,000 for him. Do I want to pay 11,000 for him, or do I want to do something else? Can I potentially trade some stuff? Yes, it actually looks as though I can. That's going to be kind of interesting. You know what I'd really love to see? I would love to see a way for me to sort by price in my inventory at the moment. You know, in this barter screen right here, because I'd love to be able to know exactly what is the most expensive so that I can basically just put that in there and then just see. But let's see what she wants. She actually wants almost 11,000. I think I'm actually kind of okay to give this. Because then we have Lucon in our party, and she's not gonna gain any relation with us at all. But I can only hope that maybe the ransom is going to be better than that, or relatively similar. And in any case, it is going to prevent him from being released too early. At least I think so. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're literally just going to follow her around now. This is not creepy in the least. Don't do this in real life. Don't do this in real life whatsoever. But yes, this is definitely going to be something that I'll do for the next 2 days. Can you imagine? Can you imagine a real situation? I mean, yeah, it does happen. It does happen, but yeah, can you imagine that? That would be absolutely awful. Why is my combat strength so incredibly low at the moment? You see my combat strength? It's 95. Why is it so low? Surely that's not right. I think that must be a bug. Surely. Oh well, whatever the case, I can only hope that we are going to be receiving a ransom demand relatively soon, potentially. And we're also going to just take a quick look at our perks here. It costs 20% more morale penalty with ranged kills. I will be taking the ranged kills one. And she is in Temion's army now, which is going to be a bit of a problem. But yeah, as you can see, look at that. We can ransom our prisoners. We're going to be getting... I actually don't know how much I would get for Lucon by himself. Oh, that's hilarious. I would literally get 10,700, which is pretty much the exact same as what I paid for him, pretty much. So that's kind of funny. I mean, she obviously must know, considering, you know, she's an AI and everything, that, you know, that's exactly what's going on there. Anyway, I'm going to actually speak to her, and, oh, she says, what a delight to see you. Ooh, how nice of you. Okay, so, oh, here we go. Okay, I have the opportunity to now try again. Okay, oh, let's go for the 95. Oh yeah, there we go. Critical success. That is what I love to see. And there are financial... Oh, yeah, of course there are financials to think about right there. Okay, so, yeah, now I just need to go and find Regea. Or I could literally just go and send a messenger to her. Oh, she's actually just been murdered by the looks of things. So, well, not in a final sort of sense, but she has been eliminated from contention at the moment. So she has no army, and she's not actually present on the world map at the moment. So I could potentially go to Amprila, which is all the way over there. I mean, she seems to be injured, but I can't send a messenger to her, as you can see. So maybe she is actually in the prisoner hold of Amprila. And if she is indeed there, you know what this means? Oh yes, it means that Borgar Bertild, will go over there and see if I can release our mother-in-law, our future mother-in-law, from any potential problems. I'm going to ransom Lucon right now, mainly because I want the money, because I have just noticed that I am starting to dwindle a little bit in that regard, and I would very much like to try and prevent us from entering a state of debt, because you never know what can happen as time goes on. Maybe I'm going to get beset upon by a very, very large army, and then I'm going to have him be released for no money whatsoever. Like, for example, hello there, Mantios. Yeah, that's the kind of army I'm talking about. Okay, so we're going to just go over to Amprila real fast. I'm going to see what's actually going on here. Is she actually in here? Yes, she is. Oh ho ho! Prison break. It's time for a prison break. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna set up my gear to hopefully be relatively good. I actually have no idea what I should even use, to be honest. I would like to use my regular weapon, but I don't think I can do that. So I'm gonna be using this one. Why are his legs bare? Why are his legs bare? Oh dear, yes. Yeah, what a classic, what a classic. Okay, so unfortunately I can't use any ranged weapons at all, and it seems to me like I'm not able to use any shields either, and I have given him the best possible gear that I have available at the moment. So when we are fighting in the streets, I'm going to have to rely on my own wonderful parry skills, which is certainly not something you ever want to do, is it? I was able to disguise myself and successfully enter the realm of Amprila in northern Imperium territory, and now, to find the location of Regea, that means I need to scout the keep and stage a prison break. Alright, so we're going to be selecting... Ooh, hello there. That's going to cost me a lot of money right there. So, Regea, this is going to cost us 7,900. As Zakanis, on the other hand, it's going to cost me 3,200. That's actually really funny. But we are going to try to get our mother-in-law out, and she is indeed the ruler of the Southern Imperium, so it makes sense, doesn't it? Anyway, let's do this. Okay. The guard accepts your offer. He is ready to help you break Regea out if you're willing to pay. Hopefully no one of these of these guards that are going to be fighting us have ranged weapons. Oh dear. Alright, here we go, here we go. Okay, I have my sword. It's capable of thrusting, and it's capable of slashing. Alright, Regea, stay here. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, by the way, just as a by-the-by, this is the... Oh, no, 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 no! How dare you! Get out of here. Ah, yes, that is my mother-in-law, not yours. Take that. Okay, yes, well, as I was saying, this is the first time that I have done a prison break, and I'm a little bit concerned about it. So, hopefully, I'm going to be able to perform adequately enough to get her out of here. And if I don't, then you will have seen my failure first. You would have seen my failure firsthand. This guy is an absolute monster. Oh, okay. Why is that guy doing so much damage? Did you see that? He has a decorated gladius. I'm going to take that. Ooh, yeah. There we go. Okay, I have no idea whether that's much better than what I was using, but, you know, we're going to use it nevertheless. Hello there, sir. Oh, hello there, sir. Goodbye there, sir. Okay, very good, very good. Can I... no, I can't exit from there. Actually, Regea coming and helping me with the... Okay. Woohoo, okay, okay, so I'm not entirely sure what's even going on here at the moment. I am literally the most paranoid person in the world now. Okay, no enemies? Let's go outside. You emerge into the streets. No one is yet aware of what happened in the dungeons, and you hustle Regea towards the gates. You may now leave the settlement. Borgar, well, I hadn't expected this, but I'm very grateful. I'm glad we made it out safe. What will you do now? I'll go and find my men. I will remember your help. Very well. Keep safe. Alright, so there you go. We actually... Whoa, that's a lot of charm skill right there. That is a lot of charm skill, massive amounts of relation for us, and 14 skill points in roguery too. So there we go. We have broken her out of prison. Hilariously enough, almost dying in the process. And there you go. We actually managed to stage a prison break. Who would have thought it? Wow, who would have thought it? Okay, yeah. So, a little bit of a... Shall we say, a little bit of a disclaimer here. If you're wondering, I did have to do a little bit of reloading, okay? I did have to do a little bit of reloading because here's the thing. I have very low roguery skill, so you may have obviously noticed that. I have very low roguery skill, so of course it is very difficult for me to disguise myself, to go into Amprila with that disguise and actually have it work, actually have it be successful. So I was just letting you know that that actually took me a few tries to get in there. And I thought that was kind of important to let you know, because you may be trying to do the same thing, and then you may be thinking to yourself, well, how did Reformers do it? You know, he must have been very lucky. No. It took me 3 times to get in. And yeah, obviously in those kinds of cases, I personally don't think it's... in my opinion, I don't think it's bad to do that kind of thing when it's to do with some kind of story, roleplay sort of stuff, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit more understandable that I would make those kinds of concessions. Anyway, I'm going to be increasing my trade skill. Actually, someone said something. Didn't I want to increase something else? My trade skill, right? You mentioned that I wanted to increase something. I think it was trade skill. So I'm going to go for that. We're also going to go for a little bit more in vigor. But yeah, so for those of you that are playing along, or generally if you're playing a character that has low roguery, don't worry, you'll get it eventually. Just keep trying. It is a bit of a problem to get into those places, but thankfully I was able to do it. So yeah, there you go. We got Regea out, and that means that I might be able to speak to her now. No. I still can't speak to her. She's at Onira, so maybe I can actually just go and speak to her in person, because I can't send a messenger to her at the moment, which is obviously a little bit problematic, isn't it? Oh no, I did not want to take a walk around the town center, thank you very much, but I would like to go somewhere else. I would like to go into the keep. Hello there, ill guy. Oh, I can't... Yes, in Warband you could do that. In Warband you could literally... you could go into the streets scene, and you could bring out your ranged weapon and shoot your companion in the face for no loss of anything. You know, and it would be a very amusing time had by all, with the exception of the companion, of course. But yes, I actually was attempting to do that just now. Okay, so Regea is not actually even here. She says she's at Onira, but I assume she's just going to take a little bit of time potentially to restore herself. And once she is ready, no doubt she's probably going to be joining some some place or another. I mean, there is a tournament going on here. Do you think we should do the tournament? I mean, I need money, so maybe that would be a good idea. Someone actually mentioned in the comments that you had a tournament where there were 9 nobles. I would love to know what reward was the tournament prize, because the amount of nobles makes the reward scale dramatically. So let me know, let me know in the comments what your reward was for that, because that's crazy good. Must be some kind of amazing weapon or piece of gear or something like that. Hello there, sir. Oh, the damage. The damage from the thrust from this weapon is amazing. It really is. It makes a huge difference. And it's actually surprising because the damage from the slashing with the same weapon is actually not as good, amazingly enough. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but there you go. Alright, it's round 2. Let's get in there. It's a free-for-all, so this is obviously going to be kind of amusing. Let me see if I can maybe hit this guy. Oh no, I hit his shield. Are you serious? Oh, I completely missed. Are you serious? Oh, I'm just going to continue saying that. Yeah, wonderful. Well, that guy got really murdered. Okay. Thankfully, because most of these units are actually using thrusting weapons, you can sidestep them. So if you're someone like me who is not particularly good at the whole fighting thing, then that's a little tip, it's a little tip. And, it's actually helped me out quite a bit to know that. Because, especially when you're fighting something like this where the weapons are very, very damaging, it really helps a great deal to know, oh, I can sidestep that, I can sidestep it. And if you sidestep it from a certain angle, so for example, let's say, I mean, obviously most people, or actually all of the people that you're going to be fighting have their weapon in the right hand, right? So obviously if you move right, that is their left. And as a result, you're moving further away from where they're thrusting. I mean, obviously, some of you already know this, but maybe there are some people that do not, and it might be useful to them. Anyway, let me see if I can maybe hit this guy. That was a wonderful miss, wasn't it? Where are you running to, sir? He's just standing there. Look at him. Okay, I'm gonna... You know what? Oh, what a classic. What a classic. Oh, that was absolutely... Oh, that was so funny. Okay, yeah, so someone actually also mentioned, and it was a nice tip, and definitely something that I would have liked to have used just then. But basically, it was if the enemy has their shield up high, then you can try and hit their legs with a thrown weapon. And that's exactly what I attempted to do just now, but obviously the javelin just stopped, like what, 1 centimeter, 1 inch, just a little bit too far away. That was super funny. Anyway, we did get a helmet, which is actually quite nice. I don't know whether it's better. No, it seems to be exactly the same thing. However, Il Guy could definitely use a little bit of an upgrade, so I'm sure he's very pleased about that indeed. Alright, so I did gain 12,000 in experience, actually not experience, 12,000 in gold, which is pretty nice. And I would like to be able to do some more damage to some of the enemies around here. Not this guy specifically, because he's just going to murder us. He's going to be way, way too strong, in my opinion. He has some very good combat strength at the moment. I mean, I might be able to do it. I might be able to do it. Is Regea up and running yet? No. She did just make a decision, so it's a bit strange that she can't be spoken to just yet. Do you think I can fight this guy? He's got a... No. It's looking bad, to be honest. I feel like it's looking bad if I were to attack him. I mean, you can see here, he has some pretty significant combat strength. And he does have a lot of prisoners as well, which kind of indicates to me that he's used to winning victories. Or should we say, used to winning battles and achieving victory. So, I would like a friendly vassal to appear. Maybe... Is he after that caravan? Yes, he is after that caravan. Maybe we could... I'm wondering... Do you think I can... No, I don't think I can win against that guy, unfortunately. I would love to be able to. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to be able to. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like that is going to be the case. Okay, so she's still at Onira, but unfortunately doesn't seem to be interactable at the moment. There's another tournament? There's another tournament going on here. Okay, that's kind of strange. I won't be participating in that one, but still rather amusing. Okay, so I'm going to go to near where Sarandon is. I'm going to go near there, and I will hope that there might be a couple of vassals in the area. Maybe they're attempting to prey upon him or gang up on him or something, and I'm going to do a little bit of... Oh, hello there. Woohoo! Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Olbos is coming as well. Very good. Go in there, sir. Very nice. Okay, he's joined, and now I will join. Let's do this. Okay, so obviously we are now on a mount, so this is going to make things a little bit easier for us, because that will mean that I have a much greater chance of gaining some skills, gaining some level ups and everything. And where are the enemy coming from, actually? Did I start in the wrong way? No. This is the right way. Okay, so we have 16 archers at the moment, which is actually not bad. I think that's okay. Not as good as I would like, but still decent. These guys only have infantry? What's actually going on here? Why do they only have infantry? This is very strange. Okay. I guess they're mostly specializing in throne weapons. Oh, no, never mind. Their archers were actually at the front. My bad. I actually did not see that. Whoa, their archers do a massive amount of damage. Okay, I should be very careful about that. Let's get my infantry to... Actually, wait a minute. That's just my infantry. Oh, no. I do not want to be in that situation. Thank you. Ah, yes. The classic of this. I don't even understand why the AI sometimes does this. Someone actually mentioned that maybe I should download the realistic battle mod, and I think I have actually used that thing once before, and I'm not entirely sure if I was convinced by it. And not to say that it's bad by any means, but I was maybe did I actually use it? I'm actually unsure. So maybe I'm gonna have to take a look at it and see whether I actually did download a previous version of it or something, because I think that could be very interesting to use that. Because if it does make the AI slightly better, then I am definitely interested in it. But it is a case of, well, is it gonna make them annoying? You know what I mean? I mean, that's kind of one of the things that I don't really want, you know, because even if it makes them much better in a sort of straightforward sense where they're more competent, but I don't really want them to be annoyingly so, you know what I mean? Like, in the case of, well, this, I don't want them to just stand there in the best possible strategic formation for 15 minutes while we basically just walk back and forth across the battlefield. Some of those combat AI mods tend to do that sometimes, but maybe I've just had bad experiences in the past. I'm not entirely sure which mod I was using even, so I probably need to take a look at that and see what's going on with it, because I think it could be pretty fun to see what the changes are with the new AI. Because you saw here the allied AI. You see what they're doing right now? Look at these imbeciles. I don't even understand why they're doing this. I mean, yes, sure, you can definitely do that when you're up against a massive amount of cavalry, but the enemy doesn't even have that many cavalry to speak of. They have, I think, probably a grand total of 20 or so. But that's really not anything to write home about. That is really very minor amounts of cavalry, so it's a bit strange. I mean, sorry, cavalry people. Cavalry, horsey, fellow people. Yes, those guys. If you get annoyed by that, I am pleased. The sense of humor is that way. Your sense of humor is that way. Yes, I'm pointing. You can't see. But yes, in general, that way means over there in the ocean. Okay, so anyway, we're hopefully going to have our AI friends actually move. Can they? Could they move? Well, never mind. I'm just going to get up my crossbow and shoot the ground. Yes, the ground has done nothing wrong, but I am teaching it a lesson. As you might expect. Yes, I'm so bad with this crossbow. I really need to get a much better crossbow, don't I? Yes, I know. You have said that, and I agree. I do need to get a better crossbow, and I haven't even checked the marketplace for it, so I'm going to start doing that, to be honest. Because there is... I'm not entirely sure if they've added new crossbows in Eagle Rising, but if they have, then that's great. If they haven't, then, well, you know, then I'll just have to try and find something else from the base game. And that's going to be perfectly fine, because I do know of one that is really good. It's called the Bound crossbow. As far as I'm aware, that is the best crossbow in the base game. And I'm going to be looking forward to potentially using that, because, let's face it, we definitely need an upgrade. We definitely do. It seems like, are my forces just winning this by themselves? I actually have no idea. You know what? I'm going to take a look after this and see how many kills my forces were able to get in comparison to the allied forces. Because, look at this. Look at this. Are you serious right now? Are you literally serious? I basically did the entire fight. Almost. I mean, literally. I almost killed... I mean, I basically did. I killed over 50% of the enemy's units. I obviously personally only took out 7. But my Legionarius Extraordinarius literally took out 46 of the enemy's units. And you can see here, total, my party was capable of eliminating 169 in total. And everyone else was doing about 20. Are you joking right now? These guys. I really should be getting all the prisoners. I should be getting all the prisoners right now, and I should be gaining massive amounts of cash. Oh, I am getting a lot of the prisoners. Oh, okay, thank you. That was a quick turnaround, wasn't it, from me right there? Yes, I was like, oh yes, I should get all the prisoners. Oh, I am getting all the prisoners? Oh, thank you very much. Okay. Toodaloo, I will now be going in the opposite direction. Fantastic. Okay, so we do have a couple of pieces of gear that we can now upgrade, which is very nice. And we also have Ilgai with his wonderfully toned bare legs. I'm not entirely sure why he still has bare legs. Apparently we have not gotten a better piece of torso armor for him for some reason. I really have no idea why not. But apparently we haven't, which is very strange to me. Very, very strange. Okay, so let me move on. I was actually hoping that I would be closer to Cyrenea, but no, doesn't seem like it. Oh, no. Don't, no. Mr. Pinus, get away from me, sir. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Now I can literally ransom them for 23,000. Which I am going to do. I think that makes sense. And not because of any particular strategic reason, because obviously if I was doing this strategically, then I would have kept them 100%. I literally would have kept them in my party for a very lengthy amount of time, but no, I'm not going to be taking them this time. Okay, so these auxiliary, I'm basically just going to be leaving those. For some reason, I now only have 88 space in my party. But before, I had 103. What has actually happened? Huh. I don't know how that changed. I should have taken a look at my party size, actually, beforehand, and seen what bonuses I was getting, because I obviously had a temporary bonus from something, and I just had no idea what it is. So now I am in a situation where I'm left perplexed by... what I don't have anymore, which is a bit weird. Oh, well, never mind. Legionarius, gonna take more of those. There we go. And there we have it. Okay, so that's basically all I can do, really. And we have leveled up once again. I have another point in this. We're going to probably do Stand United. I think is probably pretty good for us right now. Cavalry troop volunteering rate is increased by 30%. That is not really that good. Prisoners in your party are 50% less likely to escape. That is amazing. I'm going to be taking that. Charm skill 225 perk. When you're waiting in your settlements, they gain a +5 loyalty bonus. That is pretty amazing. However, I'm going to be going for public speaker, because that increases my renown gain from battles by 30%, and I would like to be able to get to clan tier 6 as fast as possible. And we are also going to be taking probably sledges. This is really good too, by the way, if you want to take more prisoners, but at the moment I literally do not have enough space to be able to take the amount of prisoners that I'm getting. So I don't really need to do more than that, but I'm going to be taking sledges, and my mount is currently lame, so I am going to have to replace that with another Imperial Charger until it is healed. And hopefully that's going to go really, really well for us. Otherwise, let's go into the trade screen and actually check for a crossbow. Don't worry, I did remember, amazingly enough. Anyway, heavy crossbow looks worse than what I was using. Oh wow, they've added a huge amount of really, really nice bows as well, by the way. Maybe I should have used bows in this playthrough. That may have made more sense. But I was kind of thinking, hey, you know what? I really enjoy using crossbows. Maybe we'll just do that. But yeah, now I'm in a situation where we literally have an overabundance of huge amounts of wonderful bows to buy, and no crossbows at all. Oh well, never mind. I guess that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.